Robinson Crusoe and Man Friday, stranded on a desert island. Man Friday says, "Shark, shark, shark!" Then a shark comes ashore and asks, "How is it every time you see me, you call out shark?" "To warn Robinson Crusoe," said Man Friday, "for you're a shark, and we know you eat men, women, and children alive." "That's quite true," said the shark. "Already this week, I've eaten 2 men and 2 women, so as you can see, I'm quite full and not the least bit hungry. But if you don't believe me, you can take a look at my mouth and see them moving around." "Really?" said Robinson Crusoe. "Yes," said the shark. "All right, open wide," said Robinson Crusoe. Then the shark opens his mouth and widens his gape as much as he can. Then Robinson Crusoe says, "Go on, Man Friday, take a look at his mouth." "All right." The Man Friday puts his head into the shark's mouth and begins to look left and right, then make that 3 men and 2 women. "And if you don't believe me, Robinson Crusoe, you can take a look at my mouth and see them moving around." "No, I believe you, Sharp, my old friend, but not to worry. I wanted to get rid of that fucking cunt anyway." And with that, the shark makes his way back into the water and disappears into the depths of the ocean waves. Da-da-dum. The Octopus and the Crab. The octopus says to the crab, "How do you get anywhere? Walking sideways like you do." "That's just it," said the crab. "I never go anywhere. I'm forever walking in circles. Do you know, it's taken a year just to get here." "A year?" said the octopus. "That's right," said the crabs. "To walk the beds of the 7 seas and oceans. In fact, wasn't it a year ago you asked me exactly the same question?" "By Jove, you're right, crab," said the octopus. "Call it deja vu." Ta-da! Dun. Robinson Crusoe and Man Friday, stranded on a desert island. Robinson Crusoe said, "I wish I had one of those native women, a real exotic looking girl. I could do one myself," said Man Friday. Then Man Friday says, "I wish I had a banquet, complete with the chicken, duck, pork, roast beef, fish, potatoes, vegetables, fruit of every kind, pineapples, coconuts, apples, oranges, bananas, pears, grapes, and lots of wine and beer." "Ah, Man Friday, you wouldn't believe the appetite building," said Robinson Crusoe. Then Robinson Crusoe adds, "What's that?" Man Friday replies, "Where?" "Over there." Then Robinson Crusoe and Man Friday walk to the water's edge, where they find a bottle that's been washed ashore. Robinson Crusoe picks the bottle up, and the label reads, "Please open me." Robinson Crusoe and Man Friday stand the bottle up in the sand, then twist off the cap. Smoke begins to rise up and out of the bottle, and in the middle of the cloud they see a woman, a beautiful woman, in fact a goddess. And she says, "Hello, my name is Jeannie, and thanks to you, I'm free from my eternal prison. And to show my appreciation, I'm granting the pair of you 3 wishes." Robinson Crusoe says, "I wish I had one of those native women, a real exotic looking girl." Ding-a-ding, quick as a blink, 2 women appear, wrapped in the finest satin and silk, hourglass figures looking like a mirage. The man Friday says, I wish I had a banquet. Ding-a-ding, quick-a-blink, a long table appears, complete with chicken, duck, pork, roast beef, fish, potatoes, vegetables, fruits of every kind, pineapples, coconuts, apples, oranges, bananas, pears, grapes, and lots of wine and beer. Then the genie says, now for your final wish, and think about it. Robinson Crusoe and Man Friday have a quiet word to themselves. Then they turn and say, we've decided. We wish we had a galleon to get off this island. Ding-a-ding, quick-a-blink, anchored in the waters just off the desert island is a galleon, a magnificent ship, complete with cannon, rigging, crow's nest and sail. Robinson Crusoe looks and says, thank you, genie, thank you, oh, thank you. I never believed in alchemy and black magic, but now, thanks to you, I know the dark arts are real. And the genie says, why, thank you. Then Robinson Crusoe asks, by the way, genie, if you had a wish, what would you wish for? The genie says, I wish the two of you were in the bottle. Ding-a-ding, quick-a-blink. A cloud of smoke appears and engulfs Robinson Crusoe and Man Friday, then slowly begins to descend into the bottle. Ah! Then the cap flies and twists firmly on, sealing the fate of Robinson Crusoe and Man Friday. Then the genie turns, looks and says, come on, to her two sisters, and the three of them sit around the table and tuck into the banquet. And when they're through, they get on board the galleon and sail the ship off into the sunset. Now, the moral of the story, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is when things are going your way, for heaven's sake, be happy and don't ask any questions. Da-da-dun. The Pirate and the Woodworm. The pirate says to the woodworm, why do you keep following me around? The woodworm looks up and says, shiver timbers, call it a life at sea. A life at sea, said the pirate. Let me tell you, my friend, about a life at sea. A life at sea has cost me an arm and a leg. Can you see my hook? The woodworm looks up and says, yes. Can you see my leg? The woodworm looks up and says, no. What, you can't see my leg? The woodworm looks up and says, no. Oh, come on, said the pirate. You must be able to see my leg. It's made out of timber. Splash. Da-da-dun. Long, long, long ago, the boats of the docks were wrecked on the rocks until a lighthouse was built to avoid the tilt at full hilt, which spilt the boats of the docks on the rocks. Da-da-dun. Robinson Crusoe and Man Friday, stranded on a desert island. Robinson Crusoe says, how many coconuts up in that tree, Man Friday? I see 2, I see 3, I see 4. Take a couple down, will you? Whoosh, doo-dum, whoosh, doo-dum. And Man Friday fells 2 large coconuts with a piece of driftwood. Then Robinson Crusoe and Man Friday hollow out their large coconuts end to end, then take a piece of sail from the wreckage of their ship and cover and tightly bind the tops and make a pair of drums. Robinson Crusoe says, "Let's test our drums. Doom, 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 doom." Yes, not bad, Man Friday. Again. Doom, 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 doom. When Robinson Crusoe plays, doom, 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 Man Friday adds, doom, 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 doom. And Robinson Crusoe says, "I quite like this tune. I shall name this tune the tune of Robinson Crusoe, doom, 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 and Man Fridays, doom, 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 Desert Island. Again, doom, 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 doom." When Robinson Crusoe played, doom, 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 Man Friday adds, doom, 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 doom. Then Robinson Crusoe says, "I know. If we sit at noon every day for a month and play our drums, the tune will echo out to sea, and maybe, just maybe, a passing ship will hear it and try to find out where it came from." "Yes, that might work," said Man Friday. So every day at noon for a month, Robinson Crusoe and Man Friday sat and played their drums. Doom, 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 doom. Again. Doom, 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 doom. And when Robinson Crusoe played, doom, 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 Man Friday adds, doom, 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 doom. Then at the end of the month, they signed a dot on the horizon. Doom, 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 doom. And a day later, doom, 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 a galleon, a grand ship dropped anchor a mile off the desert isle. Then a little rowboat, doom, 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 and the landing party, doom, 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 rowed to the water's edge. Then 3 sailors walked ashore, doom, 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 and one said, doom, 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 "Hello, I'm Captain Black. Hello, I'm Robinson Crusoe. Doom, 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 and this is Man Friday. Doom, 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 doom." And Captain Black says, "Forgive me, but I've just got to know, what is that tune you're playing?" "This is the tune of Robinson Crusoe, doom, 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 and Man Fridays, doom, 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 Desert Island." "Ah," said Captain Black. "So that's it. You know, I've been hearing that tune echoing off the sea for miles and miles and miles away. So I thought I'd try to find out where it came from. Doom, 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 doom." And Captain Black asks, "Might I play along?" Robinson Crusoe said, "Certainly. Doom, 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 doom. Man Friday, doom, 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 doom. Give Captain Black your drum." And Man Friday stands up and gives his drum to Captain Black. Captain Black then sits down. And when Robinson Crusoe played, doom, 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 Captain Black adds, doom, 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 doom. And again when Robinson Crusoe played, doom, 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 Captain Black adds, doom, 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 doom. And Captain Black asks, Might my second in charge have a go? Robinson Crusoe said, certainly. Then Robinson Crusoe stood up and gave his drum to the second in charge. The second in charge then sat down. And when the second in charge played, doom, 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 Cat in Black Hands, doom, 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 doom. And again when the second in charge played, doom, 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 Cat in Black Hands, doom, 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 doom. Then the second in charge says, yes, yes, is it true we've been playing here in the past month? And again when the second in charge plays, doom, 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 Cat in Black Hands, doom, 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 doom. And Cat in Black stands up. And Cat in Black asks, what will it take, Man Friday, for you to give me your drum? Man Friday said, 10 pieces of 8. And Cat in Black reaches into his pouch and takes out 10 gold coins and gives them to Man Friday. Man Friday says, yippee! Doom, 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 doom. Then the second in charge stands up. And the second in charge asks, what will it take, Robinson Crusoe, for you to give me your drum? Robinson Crusoe said, I'll settle for a trip back home. And Cat in Black adds, you're on. Then Cat in Black, the two drums, doom, 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 doom. A second charge, and Robinson Crusoe, doom, 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 joined the landing party in the little rowboat and set sail for the galleon, the grandest ship anchored a mile off the desert isle. And as the little rowboat, Cat in Black, the two drums, doom, 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 a second charge, Robinson Crusoe and the landing party, doom, 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 forge the azure, the great azure, and nearing their approach the galleon, the grandest ship anchored a mile off the desert isle. Robinson Crusoe turns, looks back, doom, 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 and says, doom, 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 it's a shame, Man Friday, you chose the coins. I thought I'd buy our first drink when we get back home. Ha, 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 ha. They're in for a long way, my friend. Ha, ha, ha. You ruddy fool. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Robinson Crusoe and Man Friday weighed anchor, cast off one day for a distant shore, but along the way met a violent storm and got wrecked on a bay. Barely alive, managed to stay afloat on a broken mast and a sail. Do 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 do. Ta-da! Robinson Crusoe and Man Friday and the drums made of coconut. That's the pirates and the woodwork. That's the boats of the docks. That's Robinson Crusoe and Man Friday meets the genie. That's The Octopus and the Crab. That's Robinson Crusoe, Man Friday, and the Shark. Da-da, dun,